Good morning. This is Adam Smith with the Colorado Real Estate Finance Group on Monday, April 6th. And of course, we've changed our format a little bit, but we are here with your weekly Scared Straight program. We've been sharing examples of what not to do, horror stories throughout the real estate community, things that we're seeing that are just mind-boggling, and of course gathering stories from all of you as well. However, remember, if you'd like more information about the free classes we teach and our mentoring program when it does come to our zero-cost marketing and contact management for repeat and referral business methodology, don't hesitate to reach out to me. But I do think we're going to have some fun with this new format in the coming weeks or months, or however long the markets are as crazy as they are. Okay, so let's get on to this week's horror story. And I did get permission to share this from our clients who are still on the house hunt months later, because they had gone under contract on a house several months ago. And along the normal course of the process, many of you are familiar with the fact that government loans require fairly stringent appraisals. An appraiser is going to say X needs to be repaired or Y needs to be dealt with before we can approve it. And there were some issues like that, so we told the seller, their agent, hey, go ahead and get these things done. We'll send the appraiser back out to re-inspect. They told us they were done. We sent the appraiser back out to re-inspect, and lo and behold, none of the items had actually been done. Well, that seemed really strange to us, so of course, communication being king, we contacted the listing agent and said, hey, we're going to have to delay closing at this point because either you or your sellers said the work was done when it actually wasn't. And they were adamant about the fact that the sale date, the closing date, could not change because that was the same day that the public trustee was selling the house at foreclosure auction. Now, for those of you that are in a judicial state, that won't mean much, but here in Colorado, the public trustee handles the foreclosure process, and sure enough, this seller and their representative, their licensed representative, were both trying to get this property sold before the public trustee could at a foreclosure auction without divulging that information to anyone, including the buyer, the buyer's agent, the lender, so on and so forth. So that's really an interesting story, even more so than last week's, I think. And I don't know that it tops some of the stories you guys have told us last week, but nonetheless, we did find it fascinating. And really, the gist of doing these horror stories, I want you guys to understand that there are a couple of really big inherent factors in here. And one of the ones I'm really hearing a lot of is the agents that are on the victim's end of these horror stories are remembering the names of the agents committing them. And it won't always be like this. There may be a day where that agent is on the buyer's side and the agent that got burned is on the seller's side, and they are going to remember who that is. It'll make for interesting stories a second time around, possibly years from now. All right, so that's this week's horror story, and we would like to hear all of yours. And first, please subscribe here to our YouTube channel so that you're getting our horror stories right away, and there's a comment section to tell us yours. And then please do tell us your horror stories, and we will still continue to pick one of you each week and send you out our weekly prize. It's not $1 million, sorry, one of you asked me that last week, but it's something you'll be able to put to good use. So please subscribe here to our YouTube channel. Tell us your horror stories down below. Don't worry, we'll still accept them via Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, email, text, phone, however you want to communicate with us. That's another topic. So remember this week's Tale of Woe. Make sure everything has full disclosure. Don't try to sell a property out from under the public trustee. Remember to make some comments down below with your horror stories. Have an amazing week, and we'll see you next time. Bye.